So it's Thursday, not normally wash day on Thursday, but today we're washing thanks to my lovely wife, Ashley. We have a GoPro now, so hopefully that will help us to give you a better behind the scenes look into what goes on around here. And it's National Dog Day, so we also have this guy back here, our national dog. Bruno, say hi. Say hi, buddy. Yeah, hi. So we're gonna get driving and head up to Pittsburgh to the awesome car wash that we like to use up there and get busy. So we're driving the short distance to the car wash. Not sure if you guys saw my post about the weekend's results, but we went to I-96 up outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan on Friday night and had an okay night. We got qualified 12th, started on the front row of the heat race and won that going away, so we were operating pretty good there. But unfortunately I hucked it off the end of the racetrack in 3 and 4 in the dash, and then in the feature didn't do a very good job of being a smart race car driver and managing the race. Needed to pull my wing back. We'll show you what that looks like and how that works once we get to the car wash here, but I just didn't get my wing pulled back far enough in the feature. So need to make sure I keep my brain switched on and don't forget the tools that are available in the car to make us better. So Saturday we trucked from Michigan down to Waynesfield, Ohio, and had a little bit of a crew swap over from Friday. We got washed and went to the racetrack, did our maintenance quick, and Waynesfield really just wasn't a great night. We had a brake problem after qualifying. We were about a 10th off of where we needed to be in qualifying to make the heat race invert. I think I left it on the racetrack mostly, but lost the brakes in qualifying and got back to the trailer. Realized the problem. It's a problem that we've had before, but we hadn't had it to the degree that we fully lost the brake. The brake pad delaminated from the backer plate and fell out, so there was no brake pad left, and it kind of mucked our rotor up a little bit when the pad fell out. So we'll show you the part that failed there. I don't still have the actual part that failed, but we'll show you what the inboard brake is and the piece that broke. And so that kind of messed our night up. We missed the heat race completely. Weren't really sure we were going to have any brakes in the feature. Had to start toward the rear because we didn't make the heat race, and honestly kind of just soldiered around a little bit. I had initially planned on taking a green flag and making sure that we collected the start money, but then decided we'd run for a little while. And once the brakes kind of came around and started working, felt like we had an okay race car, but that was right about the time that the leaders came around and lapped us. It's a quarter-mile track at Waynesfield, so that doesn't take very long. And then the yellow came out, so we were the first car a lap down. The All-Stars rules send lap cars to the tail, so we would have gone back to the tail, except the guy who was one spot in front of us would have been a lap ahead of us. And on a small little bull ring like that, after avoiding a few crashes on the initial start, I felt like the risk really was not there, since there was no potential of necessarily moving our spot up unless people fell out. And so here's Bruno saying hello. But we ended up just pulling off and parking it to save the equipment so that we could live to fight another day. So we got to get washed tonight and get our maintenance banged out, along with some yard work and other stuff around the house tomorrow and Saturday. And the plan is to head to Joliet, Illinois, outside of Chicago on Sunday night. There's an IRA and MOA co-sanctioned race. Probably not quite as tough competition as we faced last week with the All-Stars, but it's nice, fast, sweepy 3/8 mile type racetrack like we were on in Michigan, where we were pretty good, and they pay $6,000 to win the feature. So we're gonna go up there, and our friend Craig, who is from Minneapolis, is gonna meet us there and help us out, and we're gonna look to have a good night of racing. So we'll show you a few more things once we get to the car wash, and maybe show you a little bit more wash day. Well, we're unloaded. We're gonna start getting this thing ready to wash, but first thing I thought we would do is show you a little bit about the wing sprint car. So this hydraulic thing here goes back and forth this way, and this wing tray is on a pivot, so it will pivot like this, and it will slide in these runners, and you can see that the wing can come back this way about a foot. So it runs hydraulically by pumping power steering fluid through these lines, and this lever here is the control valve, so you can pull it back this way and the wing goes back. You can push it forward that way and it goes forward. At speed it's a little hard to get them to go forward sometimes because of the force, but anyway, that comes out of the steering gear here and is supplied fluid by the pump. So that's how the wing moves forward and back, and by rolling the wing back, you're going to plant the back of the car harder and get more grip, typically in the rear, and also more drive. But I was feeling like the car didn't want to turn very well in the first and second turn, and so I was afraid to move the wing back Friday night in Michigan because I thought it would make that worse. And in reality, when I did move the wing back, it helped us in the third and fourth turns where we were struggling to get grip, and the extra speed that we were able to carry into the first and second turn kind of helped keep the first and second turn from getting worse. It wasn't really any better, but it was still manageable. So then Saturday, here's the inboard brake, and this is the primary brake for the race car. It's attached to the rear axle, and in there you can see the brake pads. And so the pad material, see if I can get the camera in here, the pad material here delaminated from the backer plate here and came out. So basically that backer plate was rubbing on the rotor. You can still see a little bit of scuff and damage from it, and that's how we lost our brakes. Here's the actual backer piece that was in the car, so you can see there's no brake pad on that. So that's what went wrong. We're gonna get busy washing here because we might have a little rain coming in, hard to tell, but we'll try to get busy. We're home from the car wash. It was getting kind of dark, so we didn't film anymore, but that'll wrap up the wash day, and we'll start getting ready to head to Joliet tomorrow. Well, we're here, dirt oval at Route 66, nice paved pit area. So far no rain, hopefully it stays that way.